Hi guys, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be on this look here. It's a super smoked out brown eye look with a glitter half cut crease. So if you want to see how I got this, then please just keep watching. To start with, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Primer Water and I'm going to be spraying that all over the face and then letting it set for about 20 seconds before going in with my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I'm going to be applying this on mainly my cheek and nose area where I tend to get larger pores. And please don't mind this disgusting sight. My nail broke and it's a mess. So I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Primer Oil and applying that to the skin first, and then I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fluid Fixed Foundation. And to blend that in, I'm going to be taking my really dirty beauty blender. So I'm probably the last person to try this, but this is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the light shade, and I'm actually obsessed. So I apply this in the areas where I want to conceal and highlight, and I find this gives like a little bit added coverage on the cheek area, which I really like. And because it's not like over bright, I'm just going to add a small amount of my Collection concealer just to brighten those areas. And of course I'm going to be blending that out with my sponge. To set the areas that I just concealed, I'm going to be taking my RCMA No Colour Powder and literally just putting it on the tip of the sponge and pressing it into the skin to stop it from creasing. I'm also going to take this powder over my eyelids because I have really creasy eyelids, and I will just set the rest of the areas that I concealed as well. I'm then going to set the rest of my skin using my MAC Studio Fix powder, which I don't think I can live without. And the way I apply this to get like the maximum coverage is actually use the sponge that it comes with, and I really pack the product on to the sponge and like press it into the skin, and it really does leave like a flawless, amazing looking base. Moving on to eyebrows, I'm going to be taking my Brow pomade by Benefit and the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. So I outline my brows with the pomade and then sort of fill them in with the powder. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and first taking the shade Raw Sienna into the crease. I'm using my Zoeva 228 blending brush, and I'm basically just going to run this through the crease from inner to outer corner. I'm gonna then start blending it up towards like the temple area and really like smoking the whole look out. I do take a small amount underneath the lash line as well, just to tie in the like dragged out shadow. And then taking Cypress Umber, which is a dark brown shade, on a smaller brush. I'm going to be packing this onto the outer corner of my eye first. And then slightly blending it up into the crease area. And I literally do this about 4 or 5 times before I get the like colour intensity that I want. So I keep going back, packing the colour on, blending it out with my Zoeva brush, going back and packing it on, and etc. Taking the MAC Select Cover Up Concealer, I'm going to be carving out half of my crease. To set that, I'm going to be taking the lightest shade in the palette. Now taking these 2 shades together, I'm just going to blend the concealer in with the rest of the shadow, just to stop it from looking so like harsh and like cut in the middle. So I'm just going to run those colours back and forth along the line, just to blend it all together. And then taking my NYX glitter glue, going to be applying that onto the concealed part of the lid. And then taking this Urban Decay Naked Illuminator and applying that over the top of the glue. The plan was to go for like a soft like sparkle on the lid, but it really wasn't like showing up and it didn't really look that great, so I did go in with this Crystal Eyes glitter and just apply that onto the lid instead. I did go ahead and do my other eye, lashes and liner off of camera just to save time, and I was like out of focus through half of my wing liner. So now moving on to the skin, I'm going to be bronzing the skin with my Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced, and I'm just taking that on a Kat Von D shade and light brush. So I'm going to be bronzing basically the perimeter of my face, my cheekbones, along my jawline. I'm going to go down my nose, below my bottom lip, and sort of just in the middle of the face, just to warm the whole look up. And to contour, I'm going to be taking this middle shade in the Anastasia contour kit and just focusing this at the very like start of my contour, just to deepen the hollows of my cheeks. To set the skin, I'm going to be taking the NYX Dewy setting spray and applying that all over, and then like fanning it so that it doesn't like ruin my makeup. I like it to be like set and dried straight away. to highlight, I'm actually taking the Naked Illuminator by Urban Decay and just applying that to my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and down my nose. I'm then gonna run the two colours that I put on my lid along the lower lash line, and I'm really gonna smoke this out and sort of drag it down. And now lastly, moving on to lips, I'm gonna be lining my lips using my MAC Strip Down Liner. And then I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, which is literally my go-to everyday colour. It's actually so beautiful. And clearly I'm just going to, you know, put the whole thing on my lips until there's none left in the bottle. And finally, moving on to gloss, I'm going to be taking the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee, I believe, and just applying that over the top. And this concludes this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys.